Hey there, Trekkies and Trekkers. I've got a book. This is a book that was written is published in 1996. There's technically writing in this, but it's mostly illustrations of sorts. Came out in 1996 at the time of the 30th anniversary for Star Trek, and it's a 3D pop up book. So, we're going to take a chance to look at it. So, join me as we switch over. So, on the cover, we've got this. I think these were called linographic 3D images. There it is. You can kind of see it fly towards you. Says 1966, 1996, a three-dimensional Star Trek album by Charles Kurtz. These are the voyages. This is actually pretty cool. So, I'm going to have to, there we go. It's, okay, just plan on not being able to see everything in frame at once, folks. So every page opens up. We get a big spread of some kind here in the middle. This is original series stuff. And you get a description. This is about, it's apparently a log by Captain Kirk about how the Enterprise got its name. And then you pop this open, and we've got these 3D images over here. Let me slide this way. Of the crew, and we've got Kirk and Spock with the what is this thing called? The Horta. And the Horta mother moves out of the way, and the eggs are behind it. And on each side, way over here, let me just do that, is a little spinny thing to show pictures of the Klingons, the Romulans, the Gorn, and then up here we have, it keeps the picture of Captain Kirk, but then it has the picture of Spock below it, and you can change it to McCoy, Scotty, Uhura, Sulu, and Chekhov. And then back to Spock. Then we turn the page, and this is from the movies. So this is from Star Trek 2. We've got scenes from Star Trek 3, the Enterprise blowing up, the little graphic, the bird of prey over here that has popped up towards us. And then if we come over to this side, we've got the heads of the crew popping up like they did in Star Trek 4. And it's hard to see at this angle, but you've got the head of the bird of prey in the San Francisco Bay there with the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. And over on the left here is a description of the Genesis device given by Ambassador Spock. So we turn the page again, and we move on to the Next Generation, which, keep in mind that this book came out right as First Contact was getting ready to go into theaters. And Voyager had only been on for, well, basically its first season. So Deep Space Nine was it was into its third season when this book came out. So some of the stuff in it is just a hair outdated. But as you see, we've got, this is actually kind of cool. It's a transparency of the Enterprise D. You've got the hole in the ground that the Borg made on that planet that I can't remember. This is a pretty neat little 3D graphic of the holodeck, bridge, comm badge, and the Enterprise C, and then the Enterprise D there fighting the Borg cube. And then we come over here and pop open the site, which this is a new generation. And we pop up inside. It has crew descriptions for all the crew. And it's also got a description for Q. And there's a little tab here that when we pull it on Captain Picard, he becomes almost Locutus. Get it lined up a little bit better there. There he is. And not quite. That's the fun of pop-up books, though. It's a little bit of imagination, a little bit of the experience. And then finally, this is actually literally the last page of the book. It comes to Deep Space Nine, which you have a gateway over here, and then you have another panel over here that will open in just a minute that says Voyager by Captain Janeway. Again, we have this little transparent graphic of Deep Space Nine. You got the Solar Cells ship, Bajoran ship, picture of Ops, and really this is a really cool 3D graphic of the wormhole. You open up the side over here, and you've got the station, and you've got the Defiant. That pop up. You've got crew descriptions of Sisko and Jake and Dax and Bashir and blah blah blah. But over here, you see we've got a full page over here on the side for Odo. Why? Because we can pull this, and we see Odo turn to goo and back to a human. So we'd come over to this other side for the very, very last of this. And if I can get this to come open, we have the pop out for Voyager, which doesn't have a whole lot. It has a little orthographic of the ship. We've got character descriptions down the side over here, and then this pop out of the ship covering my hand down here, holding the page open, as well as the 6 main characters. And then we close that. It has the credits on the back, who the illustrators were, who the design and paper engineer, Chuck Murphy, which, like I said, great job on that wormhole there. But, yeah, I want to start... After I've knocked that, I wanted to start showing people who might not have gotten a chance to look at certain Star Trek books a chance to check out some of these, because there's some real gems out there. They're pretty cool. This was in the heyday of the coffee table book, which you don't seem to get a whole lot of more anymore to now. But it was supposed to be just something simple, because I mean it is literally only 4, well, depending on how you count it, like 5 pages long. But that is it for this look at the 3D Star Trek album from 1996. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoy my videos and want to see more, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Also, you can support the show by signing up on Patreon, or head over to Zazzle to pick up prints of my artwork, prints on canvas, t-shirts, and other merch. You can find me on social media. For more information and updates on the channel, all info is below. If you didn't enjoy the video, why are you still here? Do you want a song? Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, them, 3 bags full. One for the master, who can screw himself. You can listen to somebody else.